Hey, what is up, guys? It's Durmin Daily back for another daily Durmin. Of course. How are my Durminites doing out there? Pretty good, pretty good. But you know what would be perfect on a day like today? A tier list. Everybody loves tier lists. I mean, come on, everybody's doing them. Everyone's always going to be doing them. So why don't you get the best tier list around from Durmin? This is the ultimate tier list. Everyone's doing tier lists on things that don't matter, but this is the only thing, in my opinion, that matters at the end of the day. Or should I say, at the beginning of the day. Because this is the cereal tier list. The ultimate, definitive cereal tier list. I know, you might be wondering, how do I possibly have the qualifications to talk about this? Well, I am actually a cereal connoisseur. I eat cereal every single day, twice most days. Because you know, when you finish off the cereal, I got some milk left. I'm one of those people, I go for the other bowl. I'm putting it on top of that milk. Now, I am a cereal first person. Anyone who does milk first, you can stop watching right now. Just get out of here. I don't even want to look at you. You disgust me. You make me want to die. So go away. You're what's wrong with this world. Everyone else who's left around, this is the ultimate one right here. I love cereal. It's just a beautiful thing. It's the only breakfast for me. I mean, people talk about pancakes. People talk about waffles. I've never even had those my whole life. I don't even know what those are. If they're not in a bowl with milk, I don't want to hear it, okay? Either way, here we are. So I've narrowed it down to what I would consider to be the essentials. There's a few that I've made it off this list, but honestly, those cereals are peasant cereals. I don't even want to look at those cereals. These are the only true cereals that matter to me, okay? These are cereals that when I go to the store, I'm seeing these on the shelf, you know? And I put a few weirdos in there just because you gotta have a few weirdos in your tier list. I mean, what's a tier list without a few weirdos? So right off the bat, what we have here is we're gonna be looking at cornflakes. In my opinion, cornflakes is like the most default cereal. I mean, it is what it is, you know? No sugar coating it, literally, there's no sugar on it. Although I will say I do like adding sugar to mine because it's pretty bland otherwise. But you know what, there's something offensive about it, you know? It's corn, it's flakes. It is what it is, you know? If you don't know what to eat, it's there for you. I guess I'll put it, I feel like C tier makes the most sense for me right now. It's kind of like the middle of the road. It's not offensive, it's not great. It's not my first option, but it's not my last option. So yeah, I'll put it C tier. But then we got Special K. So this is basically cornflakes with a twist, you know? This one has got a little bit of stuff going on. I know there's a few versions. You got like your vanilla, you got your oatmeal. This one I just have strawberry. In my opinion, strawberry Special K is the best one. I don't know what the other ones do, but strawberry one's actually pretty good. So for being cornflakes with a twist, you know, it's not gonna go crazy high. This isn't like the best cereal of them all, you know, but it's pretty good. So you know what? Let's throw it a B tier for now, you know. But finally, we're getting into something a little bit more interesting, in my opinion. Fruit Loops is where we start getting into some interesting territory. This isn't just like this isn't your flakes and milk. Now we're getting loops involved. Oof. And fruit nonetheless, with fruit spelt wrong. But here's a question for you. This is a question for everyone who's ever had a bowl of Fruit Loops. What is the flavor of Fruit Loops? Like, what's the fruit? What fruit flavor is this? There's a lot of fruits out there. Is it an apple? Is it an orange? I don't know. They don't even seem to know. I don't know, it's just Fruit Loop. So it's a little ambiguous what the fruit is, but despite the fact that it's just fruit, it's actually pretty good. It's nothing crazy. Like, Fruit Loops isn't like gonna solve world hunger, but you know, it might help a few people out when you have the craving for vague fruit flavor that is very ill-defined. So for that, I'm gonna put it in B tier. Maybe just above Special K. I do think it's better than Special K, but not by a lot, honestly. They're both fruity. Special K's got a little bit more maturity to it. It's a little less kiddie. So if you want to look like a real man, but you still want your strawberry fruit flavor, that's the one you go with. Fruit Loops is more like, you don't really care. You know, you're at home in your pajamas, get out of here. Corn Pops. So this starts to open up a bit of a dynamic here because cereal isn't just cereal. There's like 3 stages I would say you got the cereal. You got your dry stage, you know, it's not even in the milk yet. You got it's just in the milk stage, which is usually the prime stage. But then you got your third last stage, which is when it's set in the milk for a little while and it can start to tell its signs of what it is, you know. Is it mushy? Is it good still? Does it hold up? Does it actually get better? There's a lot of different elements to cereal. It's not just your simple one and done, you put in the milk and you're done. It's a whole method going on here. So Corn Pops kind of brings a bit of an interesting one for me, because I prefer Corn Pops dry. I'm one of those people where I don't even think it goes well with milk. When you first put it in milk, everything's good in the world. I don't mind it. But it gets soggy, and when Corn Pops get soggy, I mean, then you just left with corn because the pop is gone. And who wants to eat a bowl of mushy corn? I don't. So Corn Pops is a weird one. Its highs are pretty okay, honestly. They're actually not even that high when I think about it. I mean, yeah, I like Corn Pops when there's no milk, but I mean, I don't like them that much. I don't really go out of my way to eat them, so it's kind of like whatever. So I don't know, Corn Pops. I'm gonna put it in C tier, honestly. I don't really care for Corn Pops. Like I said, they're fun to eat, I guess, when they're dry. But man, when they get mushy, oh my god, to me that's a big telling. When cereal gets to that mushy point, that's where it shows its true self. That's all I'm saying. Nesquik. So Nesquik. If you asked me when I was a kid, I would have said Nesquik is like the best cereal in the world. I mean, it literally turns your milk into chocolate milk. What is better than that? That's another underrated part of cereal, is how does it change the flavor of milk? Most cereals, it's an afterthought. I don't even care what milk it ends up being. It's just whatever nonsense is left floating around in your bowl. But Nesquik was like, you know what? Chocolate milk. Let's make it chocolate. And I think that was fantastic. So for that alone, Nesquik is great. But as I've matured, as I've aged, as my taste buds have developed into a beautiful thing, it's just chocolate. I don't know. It's cheap chocolate. It's not crazy. It's not rich. It's just whatever. You know, it's whatever. I don't know. So for the fact that it makes it into chocolate milk, I feel like that still holds a special place. Not a lot of cereals, like I said, even address the milk stage. So I'm gonna put it at the top of B tier. You can't go much higher because it's just chocolate, you know. But the chocolate milk aspect gives it some good brownie points. Rice Krispies. That's another staple. That's like you see that one everywhere. It's all over town. It's a good one. It's a tried and true one. I don't know what else to say. It is what it is. I like it when it's first in the bowl, when it's making its little crispy cracks, but it's also good when it's a little bit mushy and you're just eating whatever. I don't know, it's good. I think for me, it's my first A tier because there's nothing wrong with Rice Krispies, and unlike Corn Pops, it still is fun. Like, I love eating Rice Krispies. They're fun to eat. They're a great cereal, top tier for me. Well, not, I guess technically, well, no, there is a tier above it, but it's pretty good. So for that, it's my first A tier. It's a good one. Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms gets hard carried by its gimmick. I think this is our first like proper gimmick cereal. It's marshmallows. And I mean, every cereal now, whenever it's new, it's gotta have marshmallows. And I feel like Lucky Charms is the staple of that. And I mean, they're fun. I don't know, everyone's done it. Everyone's gotten in and eaten the marshmallows only and left behind the whatever nonsense. Nobody likes that nonsense. I don't care who you are. Nobody's eating the little whatever bits that are left over. It's literally just the marshmallows. The other bits are there just to pad out the cereal bag, you know? Nobody cares for that. So Lucky Charms is a weird one because when it's good, it's good. When it's whatever, it's very whatever. It's like you're eating chalk. So you got to be careful with Lucky Charms. And I think this is something I don't want to think about when I'm eating cereal, but it takes like, you have to play a micro game of marshmallow management, I call it, because if you eat your marshmallows too quickly when you're eating a bowl of Lucky Charms, you're left with just crap. But if you try, so you gotta like try to, you know, maximize your marshmallows reach. And that sometimes it's fun, but I don't know, it's early in the morning. I don't want to think about how I'm eating my breakfast. I want to shove it in my mouth. I don't want to care about what's going on. So, you know, it's still good. I'll put it in B tier, probably top of B tier, but I can't put it much higher because, like I said, it's hard carried by its gimmick, and its gimmick is pretty cool, but it's not not life-changing. Life cereal, I mean, it's bold with the name of the life cereal, you know, it means business. This is the cinnamon one in particular because I don't even care what the other ones are. What's the original life cereal? Get out of here. So cinnamon one, it's honestly pretty good. Like the cinnamon's nothing to write home about, but the texture's actually pretty solid. You know, it's nothing crazy. It's nice and flaky. Feels good to eat. I don't know. It's not a lot to say. This is another one where it's not reinventing the wheel. You know, it's a solid cereal. It does what you need it to do. But at the bottom of B tier, Reese's Puffs. Okay, now we're getting some pretty top tier stuff. Reese's Puffs, I won't lie, is amazing. I mean, peanut butter and chocolate is already fantastic, but you put it into a bowl, you're eating dessert for breakfast. That's all I'm saying. Like, this is literally candy in a bowl. They just dress it up with milk. So I don't even care. It's S tier. I don't even care what you say about this. It's just because it's not too sugary, because peanut butter is inherently a little savory. So you get a little savory with your sweet, and it's an award-winning combination for a reason. I'm not gonna fight you on this. It's good. Even the milk at the end is good. It's not Nesquik levels, but it's pretty good. So you know what, Reese's Puffs, top tier for me. Frosted Flakes, it's another kind of staple. I mean, it's your cornflakes with sugar on it. And quite frankly, I like it because it's one of the few flake-based ones that don't get too mushy very quickly. Like it sticks, it stays hard longer. But what I'm trying to say is that it lasts longer. Okay, I can't win. The point is Frosted Flakes is good. It does good in the bowl. So it's not mind-bogglingly good, but it's like, it's super solid. I don't know. I'm gonna put it at the top of B tier because I think since it's more stable than the other ones behind it, it gets further. Like you have less problems, less things to complain about, but it's not, again, not reinventing the wheel. Raisin Bran. I mean, nobody eats Raisin Bran because they like it. If you're some sort of psycho that likes Raisin Bran, I don't know what to tell you, but you get what you deserve. I mean, at best, it's bran, which is like, what are you doing? At worst, it's raisins. I mean, raisins are kind of cool and all, but in cereal, I don't want to eat raisins in cereal. What the heck kind of comment? Who thought of this? Who is the madman who was like, oh, you know what bran needs? Raisins. Dry ass raisins with dry ass bran, and they expect the milk to come in and save it. No, it doesn't. It's a failure. It's an F tier piece of garbage. I don't even want to look at it. Whenever you see Raisin Bran in anyone's cupboard, it just makes me depressed, okay? Knowing that this cereal's out there makes me depressed. All I'm saying is that if you're eating Raisin Bran right now, I hope there are better days ahead for you. Vector, I mean, Vector's supposed to be like that sporty cereal. I'm not really a sporty guy, and you might be able to tell by my gaming collection back here, so Vector doesn't really go too far with me. But I don't mind Vector. It has kind of a weird texture. It's like kind of a weird chewy texture. The first few bites of Vector for me are pretty great, but I don't know, for some reason, the more you eat Vector, the less it feels good to eat. I don't know what that is. I don't know if they put some weird thing in there, but you're not supposed to eat it for flavor, I guess. You're supposed to eat it for protein, but I don't know. I'm eating cereal because I want to break my fast. I don't want to eat cereal because I'm jumping into a treadmill. It's D tier. It's like, it's not bad. Like I said, it has a decent high, so it's not F tier, but man, like Crave's a weird one. Crave is kind of similar, where if I'm in the mood for Crave, if I'm craving Crave, it's the moon's aligned. Well, I guess there's only one, whatever, the planets align. Everything's great. It's fantastic. But when you're not really in the mood for Crave, and maybe you're like halfway through the bowl and you've gotten your fix, and I mean, you're left with a really chocolatey mess, and I don't know, it has no class, okay? I'm gonna be honest, Crave has no class. It's just right to the point, sugar, and if you want that, great. If not, you're left with something. I guess Crave will go in top of C tier, because I don't think it deserves to be with these ones, because these ones are like staples of my cereal diet. Crave, I don't know, it's a staple of whatever the heck I feel like, I guess. Honey Bunches of Oats. It literally describes itself. You know, it's honey, it's got oats, and they're in bunches, you know, and it's good. It actually is quite good. It looks kind of boring at surface level. Like, honey is its whole gimmick. It's like honey is everywhere. But at the end of the day, it's actually pretty good. I would say it's probably the best honey flavored cereal, which is, I mean, I'm maybe not saying a whole lot. I don't really have a lot of honey on here, but I'd say it's the best one, and it has some good texture. You have to be careful with it, though. You can't like fill your bowl up with Honey Bunches of Oats, because the bunches is like, it's not overselling itself. It's a bunch. So if you eat a bunch of bunches, you're done. If you have a bunch of bunches, you're not having any lunches. Let's say that. I'm gonna put it in A tier because I do think, like I said, it's the top of its league. Like, I don't think there's anything else that touches it in terms of what it does. Like, when you want a bunch of stuff together in a bowl, that's kind of the best one in my opinion. Like, Special K is like, again, the tier below it, but it's not S tier because it's not amazing, but it's actually pretty good. Rice Krispies, but holiday. I don't care what anyone says, holiday Rice Krispies hits different. I don't know what it is. I know it's just like food coloring, but I don't know, holiday Rice Krispies, it's just kind of good. So, I don't know, it's not gonna go up different tier than Rice Krispies, but it's gonna be above the original because when it's out, it's great. I mean, you don't want to eat holiday Rice Krispies in any other time of the year, so I guess that's a factor, but Cheerios. So we got a trilogy here of the Cheerio gang, and I'm just gonna be honest, the first Cheerios is dog water. It sucks. I don't care, but the first Cheerios is not good. Like the original bland, because I don't mind bland cereal. As you can see, cornflakes are not at the bottom, so it's not like bland cereal is bad. But for some reason, the original Cheerios is negative in the bland. I don't even know how that's possible, but it is. It's somehow bland minus bland. I don't get it, but it's F tier. It's worse than Raisin Bran. I'll put it below Raisin Bran because at least the raisins can be kind of cool if you're feeling like raisins for some reason. But Cheerios, I don't know. You have to do a lot to say that one. I'm never in the mood for Cheerios. Every time I eat Cheerios, I don't. Every time I eat it, I don't. Honey Nut Cheerios. This is like the proper Cheerios. I don't know what this one is. This one is a mistake. This one is what it should just be by default. I don't even know what the other one's doing here. Honey Nut Cheerios is actually pretty good. It's what it tastes like. It tastes like honey with a hint of nuttiness to it, I guess. I don't know what that nuttiness is, but it's there. It's a pretty default cereal. In my opinion, you can't really go wrong with it, but it's not amazing. So I don't know. It's kind of cornflakes level, but I think I'll put it just above cornflakes because it is better than cornflakes, but not by a whole lot, to be honest. But here we go. This might be, I don't know if this is a hot take in the cereal community, but multi-grain Cheerios is the best kind of Cheerios. I'm just saying it. It just is what it is. Cheerios tries a lot of crazy nonsense a lot of time, but it just kind of feels like it's trying to be something else. Multi-grain, it just is what it is. It's what it is, and I like it. So you know what? It is going up a tier to B tier. I don't think I'm gonna put it high in B tier, but it is on a different level. So that's my official Cheerios tier list. Everything else, I know there's other flavors, but I don't care. They can go wherever. Apple Jacks. Apple Jacks is kind of a weird one. If you're in the mood for Apple Jacks, it actually is really great. I won't lie, it's actually fantastic. But if you aren't feeling it, it does, I don't know, like when you buy a box of Apple Jacks and you get home and it's just sitting there staring at you the whole time, you feel bad for not eating it, but it's like, I'm not in the mood. I was in the mood when I bought it. I was in the mood when I ate it the one time I opened the bag, but I'm just not in the mood anymore. I don't know if it's just me, but Apple Jacks is a really dominating flavor that depends. It depends what I'm feeling. So it's kind of like Crave in a way, where the highs are high, but the lows are low, but at the same time, I mean, Crave is a little bit worse off. So I put it in B tier. Bottom of B tier, it's not amazing, but like I said, when you are feeling like Apple Jacks, it's almost like an S tier cereal, but when you're not, it's, I don't even know, get out of my sight cereal. Captain Crunch. I know it says berries there, but I don't know. I don't know what berries is. I don't even know Captain Crunch had berries, if I'm being honest. Captain Crunch, it's a double-edged sword, because the crunch can be really fantastic, or it can suck. I know everybody in the world has had this. We're chewing on it, and then a piece of it hits the top of your mouth. Everyone's had it. I don't care who you are. I don't care how old you are. I could have been born yesterday. It's already happened to you because that's what just happens when you eat Captain Crunch, okay? It can be really fun to eat, but it can also suck. So it's probably another B tier. It's kind of, I will put it above Apple Jacks because unlike Apple Jacks, I'm not really ever not fully in the mood for Captain Crunch. Like I can eat it, but I feel like I'm playing with fire when I'm eating it. I feel like I'm eating glass in a way where it's tasty glass, but watch out. Mini Wheats. That's another staple. I mean, look at that. Look at that. It's a staple cereal. Everybody loves it. I love it. There's a million flavors of Mini Wheats. I could have filled this list with a ranking of Mini Wheats. And if I were to quickly say it, strawberry and maple are the best flavors. Brown sugar is pretty fantastic, and the original is a classic. In my opinion, Mini Wheats, it's kind of crazy. It's an easy S tier for me. Mini wheat's just great. I don't know what it is. I know it's a block of wheat with some icing sugar on it, but I don't care. It is great. It's got softness with a crunch. Like I said, I'm literally always in the mood for mini wheats. Whenever mini wheats is there, it's gone the next day. So that's fantastic. Honeycomb. Honeycomb, that's a pretty good one. Honeycomb is all honestly pretty solid. It's another good honey flavored one. It's better than Honey Nut Cheerios in my opinion, but it does suffer from a pretty big problem that it shares with Corn Pops, and that's when it gets mushy. God, it sucks. I don't know. Honeycomb does not hold up in milk. It's good for, you gotta eat it quick. That's what I say. You have to eat it really fast. If you let up for a second, if you let your guard down for a second, you're dead. I'm gonna put it, I'll put it above Lucky Charms. It's not quite above Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes, as we established, lasts longer. But Honeycomb, that's a pretty big downfall, I won't lie. All Bran. Okay. So Raisin Bran was depression in a box, okay? I think we established that pretty well. All Bran is, I don't know where you go from there, but you took out the raisins and you replaced it with literally nothing but depression. So I don't know what you make. I don't know what All Bran is. Like, I know All Bran, okay, from a mature standpoint, All Bran, you put it with yogurt, you can put it with whatever, I don't know, you could put it with things. But from a standpoint where I'm waking up, I just want to get my cereal going, that's garbage. I don't even know. All Bran's just, it's crap. And it's literal crap too, because the only reason you ever want to eat it is if you're having a hard time crapping. And then it's great, I guess, for like one single instance in your entire life, and then you wish you never ate it. So, I don't know, it's going, I don't even have to say it, it's going to F tier. It's awful. The texture's awful. It doesn't last in milk. It tastes like crap. It makes you crap. It is crap, okay? It's All Bran, okay? I don't know, it literally, that's it, All Bran. But now we have a couple of interesting ones down here. I thought I'd throw in a Tim Hortons one, because why not? Most of the Tim Hortons ones suck. The chocolate Timbit one tastes like nothing, and the birthday cake one somehow tastes even more like nothing. But there is one good flavor they have, and that is this one here. It's called the Cafe Mix. And it does a marshmallow thing, and I usually don't care for marshmallow things unless it's Lucky Charms, but it does a cool thing with it. The actual pieces taste like coffee flavor, and then the marshmallows taste like cream, and that's brilliant to me. That's like, you just invented something magical. So for that alone, I think this deserves a lot of praise. Is it fantastic? No, I don't see myself eating this kind of cereal very often, but for what it did for the Tim Hortons brand, I don't think it has to at least be B tier. You know, I'm feeling generous today. I'm putting an A tier because, like I said, if you have it once in a while, it is amazing. You can't have it too often, which, to be fair, the other A tiers you can have all the time and they're still great, but I think it deserves a chance. Put it up there. Let's put it up there. Oreo-O's. Well, I mean, it's another brand one. It's a very dumb name because Oreo already has two O's. I don't know where the third one came from. It is what it is. I don't know what to say other than it is what it is. I mean, it tastes like what it looks like. It tastes like crunchy Oreo bits and milk. And if I'm being honest, it is what it is. Some cereals don't taste like anything remotely close to what they should. You know, you buy something that's supposed to taste like, I don't know, pumpkin spice, and it tastes like a shoe. So the fact that Oreo flavored cereal tastes like Oreos is kind of genius. I won't lie. It does a pretty creative thing similar to the Tim Hortons cereal where it does have its normal flavor, but Oreos of course have that like white icing filling thing, and the milk actually kind of takes that place. Like somehow they thought that far ahead, and I won't lie, I have to give credit to when cereal actually considers the fact that it's going into milk, because sometimes they don't. Like, I don't know, Corn Pops I guess forgot it was supposed to go in milk, but Oreos actually took that into its design and was like, you know what, it only tastes properly like an Oreo in milk. So for me, that's pretty genius. I can't put it in A tier because how much Oreos do you really need? I love Oreos, and eating a bowl of this stuff is even much for me. So it is a lot. It's a lot of Oreos. It has 3 O's in it for Pete's sake, but it deserves B tier. It does. It is very creative. I'm gonna put it actually pretty high. I'm gonna put it, you know what? I'm putting it above everything. I'm putting it right at the top. It goes above it because it does things better. You know, I think it does things better, but I can't put it above Frosted Flakes because to me that's just quintessential. You know what? Now the more I'm looking at it, Frosted Flakes is going up here because it does deserve being A tier because it is very good. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Honestly, I won't lie. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is pretty amazing. I don't know what it is. It's just cinnamon. I don't even like cinnamon toast like that much, but for some reason when you put it into a bowl of milk, it somehow tastes really good. And it's also one of those things where it has the byproduct of making the milk taste like cinnamon, which actually is fantastic. So it's another A tier for me. I don't know. I can't help it. It's just really good. Even the texture is amazing. I don't know. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is really, really, really strong. Cocoa Krispies. So that's Rice Krispies chocolate flavored. And I know we already have the holiday one up here. And I won't lie. Rice Krispie chocolate, I go into it, I'm like, this is going to taste like cheap chocolate. And it does, but it actually is not too bad. It's a lot of chocolate. That's honestly something I will say against it. It's almost too much chocolate. But it is chocolate. It does taste like chocolate, which I will give it. It's a lot, and I don't really ever, like, that says a lot for me. I'm a big chocolate person. I could eat a whole bunch of chocolate and never even be fazed by it, but Rice Krispies chocolate flavored is a little much for me. So I'm gonna unfortunately have to put it into C tier because I don't really ever feel the need for having chocolate Rice Krispies, but I guess if you do, it does fulfill the niche. Shreddies. So, I mean, this might be another hot take in the cereal community here, but Shreddies is actually pretty top tier. I won't lie, Shreddies is amazing. I don't know what it is. The texture's great. I like it when it's first in the milk. I like it when it's settled in the milk. It's just, Shreddies is great. It has a few variations, but the original to me is really fantastic. I'm probably the only person on the planet who thinks this way, but again, this is the ultimate tier list that you cannot argue with. It's going into S tier. I'll put it at the bottom of S tier, but it's an S tier cereal in my opinion. It really starts with an S. Shreddies is the definitive cereal in my opinion, only surpassed by a few that just do it a little bit better. But finally, Sugar Crisp. Did I save the best for last? Not really, but in my opinion, Sugar Crisp is one of the most underrated cereals there are. It is in the name, it's very sugary, and it's very, very crispy. It's one of the most fun cereals for me to eat, but it does suffer from the honeycomb corn pop syndrome, where if you leave it in your milk too long, it turns into mush, which is, I mean, that literally defeats the purpose of it being called Sugar Crisp. But if you do eat it fast enough, which you probably will because it tastes good, it's a great time. Honestly, it's hard to complain about it. It's going comfortably at the top of A tier for me, but it is held back because of that one little issue. But here we are. This is the definitive tier list for cereal. I don't want to hear any questions about it because this is actually perfect. Yeah, no, I think it captures everything. You know, F tier, you want to eat these cereals, you're a madman. If Vector's alone in D tier, but you know what? It is what it is. Actually, you know what? I'm putting Corn Pops down here. Corn Pops will keep it company because I don't, like I said, Corn Pops kind of doesn't, it missed the point of being cereal. But the other ones are honestly really, really solid. You know, I think this is pretty much the definitive tier list for cereal. I don't want to hear any questions. Like I said, it's an absolute perfection here. But there we go. That is going to conclude the official Durmin Daily cereal tier list. If you want to make your own, too bad I don't know how to save this. So figure it out on your own. And like I said, why would you want to make your own? This is it. Like, you can literally take this to any cereal company and they'll look at it and be like, we got to change our whole business based around what this is telling us. This research is like NASA level stuff. But anyways, guys, that will do our video. If you want to see more tier lists, maybe I'll do it, probably not, but you never know. But I got something real special coming up in my next one, so definitely stay tuned for that. Make sure to subscribe wherever you do. I can never keep track of where that silly little subscribe button goes, but I know you'll find it because you want to see more of this stuff. So go ahead and make sure you do that, and I will see you guys next time.